January 10th, a no contest, you applied for deferred.
Right off the bat, who's shouting, "I love you, Daddy," in a courtroom? We're 2 seconds in and already diving into chaos. But here's the question. Should personal emotion ever override courtroom decorum? Drop your take in the comments.
Adjudication. The state was waiving the enhancement paragraph without objection. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. The state is silent on your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, off the record for 1 moment, please. All right, have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections? State?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the state is silent. Defense, any witnesses?
No, Judge, I just have Mr. Smith.
All right, the court will hear argument.
On behalf of my client, Judge, if you notice from the PSI.
Wait, did the judge just reference Nawami's mid-docket? If you needed a reminder that courtroom reality can sometimes sound like game show improv ... this is it. But don't let the jokes fool you. What comes next gets real.
It's been a long time since he's had any type of problem. And he hasn't had drug issues in several years. He's been gainfully employed because he really feels that he could be a productive member of society. He is looking forward to trying to get his CDL license. He says you can drug test him, nail bed test him, hair follicle test him. He's been clean for several years. And this night, he was going to his girlfriend's house and he didn't know that she had a new boyfriend. So I'm asking the court to consider putting him on probation or deferred adjudication. The deferred would give him a giant hammer over his head of 20 years if he violated any of the conditions. If he gets the probation, he says he can complete every term satisfactorily, and he's happy to go to any of the recommendations at the top evaluation.
All right, so this is the court's issue.
Pause for context. This moment seems minor, but it signals the court actually working with the defendant to set up next steps. It's that delicate dance between accountability and access. Judges can be human when the case allows it.
And Mr. King, I'm strongly thinking of sending you to prison. I've read the PSI report and I read...
And here's where things heat up. The defense paints a redemption arc, clean from drugs, working just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But remember, this isn't a therapy session. The court doesn't care about vibes. It wants proof, accountability, and safety. Let's see how the judge responds.
The stipulations. And somebody needs to explain to me why I shouldn't send you to prison, because from what I read in the stipulations, she's saying that she's your ex-fiance, that you were calling her as...
Here's where the legal meat hits the bone. The judge is not messing around with early termination, especially not when it involves vulnerable groups like the elderly. This is more than punishment, it's about protecting future victims.
She says blowing up her phone, calling her, asking her where she was. And then she says that he was looking for her to find this boyfriend that she was dating. And then she left her apartment door open and he went into the apartment door. And then he beats up the boyfriend, who he said he was dozing off on the couch or something. So that's what I have before me. And it's been stipulated to. So counsel, now you're saying it's something different, but that's not what's in the stips.
Mr. King would like to address the court.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony?
Though, according to the court documents, the defendant allegedly broke into his ex's apartment and attacked her boyfriend. And now he's saying it all went down differently. So here's your question.
Let's talk restitution. The engagement ring, gone, pawned, worth $15,000 sold for chump change. And now the defendant wants leniency. Would you grant early termination if your grandma's ring vanished into a pawn shop? Be honest.
Who's telling the truth? And does it even matter when you've already stipulated to the facts?
Yeah, will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Herbert King.
All right, any questions?
He would like to just explain to you to answer your questions.
Okay.
Miss Kiki Davis says that I kept blowing up her phone. That's a lie. Miss Kiki is still contacting me or trying to contact me on a constant basis. Where I stay at, they know the whole situation. So they advised me to not be in contact with her. She literally came to my new job before and asked somebody to have me to step out, and I wouldn't step out. So she's constantly bothering me, wanting money from me, wanting me to go take care of her dog that we bought, like telling me she's not with this guy. And with the thing with the guy, he had been harassing me for months, picking on me. When I went to her house, all I did was go to pick up my car that she told me to come pick up. My sister couldn't be in court with me today. My sister is a witness to it. My sister told me not to go. And I was like, I'm just going to pick up the car. She's not going to do nothing wrong to me. And I just went to pick up my car, then my money from work comes on.
So how did this result in an altercation with this guy?
I was standing out talking to her at the car. And at the time I was talking to her at the car, he came out behind me. I had my back turned and he tried to stab me with a box cutter. And of course, I'm a man, I'm gonna turn around and fight. I'm not gonna let you just stab me. And it's funny to them now. He done called me on numerous occasions since I've been out on bond. I called the police. The police basically told me he can call me at any point he wants to, but I can't call him.
Where's the proof that he called you?
And just like that, the gavel drops with the mic drop goodbye. No early probation, no forgiveness, just a very clear message. Crime has consequences and no, long eyelashes won't distract from grand theft.
Miss Kiki Davis pops up in my house one day when I wasn't there.
No, you're skipping over my question. My question is,
I had a phone with all my information in it that when I went to jail, I went and got it. I tried to give it to my previous lawyer. She kept blowing it off, blowing it off, blowing it off. I can't get it now. The court has to ask for it. And one day when I was at work, Miss Kiki Davis came to my house, told him she was getting some property that belonged to her. My friend doesn't like problems at his house. He tries to give her the phone or whatever she was in there trying to get, and my phone and stuff came up missing. But I'm not bothering anybody.
See, here's the thing. The stipulations say something completely different than what you're telling me. The stipulations say that her boyfriend or fiance, whomever he may be, was inside the apartment and that you beat him up inside the apartment. You're saying that she's come to your job since. Where's the proof of that? Because the stipulations say something different. Then you're saying that he is calling you. Where is the proof of that?
He's called me. I called the police. I made police reports on it, and they gave me a little paper. I don't know where the paper went.
Once a police report is made, it should be in the system.
And the police basically told me he couldn't really file a report because the thing was against me, not against him, so he can call me at any point that he wants to.
All right. So, counsel, this is Mr. King's story. Right now, I'm leaning towards sending him to prison, but if there's something that's produced to the court that this complainant in this case has been calling him I would say because his ex-fiance, the fact that she's going to his job, if he wants to bring in information or somebody who knows of that, I will listen to that. But most importantly for the court, because this is really a case against her boyfriend, I want to know if the boyfriend has been contacting him as he says he has, and some proof of that. Because otherwise, I'm leaning towards sending you to prison because this is a serious case. And based upon the stipulations, and your attorney will tell you, I always read the stipulations and I always read the PSI report. And I know in the PSI report.
This is the moment where it could all fall apart. The judge isn't playing. She's leaning hard toward prison. Time. But she's also open to reconsidering if they can show the complainant and her boyfriend kept contacting him. It's a legal game of receipts now. No evidence, no mercy.
Nobody's been able to get in touch with the complainant, but your client is saying that he's been calling him. There should be some record of that.
Okay. How much time can you give me? Because I would have to contact the police department and get a copy of the report and then see it. I don't know about any phone being improperly.
It was a different phone, my brother.
But if there's a more recent phone, I can try to on messages or things like that and see if I can bring in somebody from his job to come in.
All right.
That's fine.
And State, I know you're silent on this, but I would really like to hear from this complainant.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so how much time are you asking for?
Can I get him on?
Yes. All right, Ms. Ferguson or Mr. King, can we recall this for 1 month, please? No, put it, can you put it on like maybe the 24th? Because that's when I can hear it.
Okay.
So we'll come back on April 24th. And I will remember this conversation, but so everybody else can remember it, I will write on the docketing sheet what I'm asking for. And what I'm asking for is your ex-fiance coming to your job. That's great. If you want to bring somebody in and say that she's coming to the job, that's something for me to consider. But what I really want is I want this information about the boyfriend who may or may not still be her boyfriend. I want information that he is actually been calling him and state if he can come in. Yes.
She has problems with all men that she's with. He actually beat her up 2 weeks after I was out of jail.
Oh, well, see, here's the thing. That's if you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is.
If you want to bring a police report on that too, you're more than welcome to bring a police report on that.
I will see what I can get you.
All right, but I just want everyone to know what I want.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, we'll give you a reset form, and it will be at. Let's set it for at 11.
Okay, Judge. On this case, I did not have an investigator appointed. Can I get an investigator for a short amount of time to find those records for me?
Yes.
Okay.
And counsel, if you, because I know you haven't filed a motion yet, if you just get the investigator and then you can bring the motion in and the court will sign it. That way it can start immediately.
I'd like to do that.
All right. And do you need do you have a copy of the police report or do you need it for the complainant's information?
I have the discovery. So, but I don't know how contemporaneous that would be in terms of getting her phone number because he says it's changed.
Okay.
But let me see what I can bring in to show further proof of what he's telling me.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Monica Guerrero is in federal court. We're wondering if we can recall this when she's back. And Herbert King is present.
All right. And does she have the information? Because the defense was to provide information that defendant's ex has made contact and that complainant has contacted the defendant. So that's why we were here. He was going to provide information that his ex has been contacting him and that the complainant's ex has been contacting him.
There is some partial information we obtained. Herbert King obtained it himself.
Okay.
I forwarded it to Monica, but she's in Del Rio.
Okay.
And we're wondering if we can recall the case to May 2nd.
All right. Can we recall it tomorrow?
If the court orders it, I will let Monica get out on that.
All right. So let's come back tomorrow. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. For the record, for the state.
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
For the defense.
Monica Guerrero for Mr. Boyd.
For Mr. King.
Mr. King. I read your name. Sorry.
Okay.
That's okay. All right. I need everyone to whisper. And to all the attorneys, when we're on the record, if you could please not approach the coordinator, approach up here while we're on the record, because it makes it more difficult for the court reporter to hear and it's distracting. All right. You're Mr. King?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're here today for sentencing.
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment was to be assessed at 5 years and the state was silent on your application. And we've come back here several times. And the reason why we came back is because your client said that the complainant and the complainant's boyfriend were in contact with him on more than one occasion. And I asked for documentation of that so the court can make a decision on whether or not the court would grant his application. Defense, do you have any evidence for the court?
I handed the clerk a police report as well as an email from a witness. I did receive another email this morning, but I did not have a chance to print that out from a witness who says she is a witness to Donald Clark harassing Herbert on the phone and through messages.
All right. State, do you have any objection to the court reviewing a statement from William McClure in a police report with the incident report of SAPD 2212-2612?
No objection.
All right. Let me review those documents. I will tell you, I appreciate William McClure's letter, and I do realize it's here saying, but the state had no objection to it. But just based upon reading this, it appears that Mr. McClure is being truthful in his rendition of what happened, because otherwise he could have said, I've seen this car every time that we've been at work. So I reviewed that, and I will now review the police report. All right. Anything else you wish to present to the court on behalf of your client? You can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record. And I think is that your left hand you were holding up?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Herbert King.
All right. You have questions?
Well, first, let me just say, Judge, Mr. King has been gainfully employed. He's been doing everything he's supposed to.
Now we hit the emotional core. Mr. King isn't just pleading for freedom. He's talking about being a new husband, a father to a child with special needs, and someone trying to turn it all around. Is it genuine or just courtroom strategy? Drop your thoughts below.
Do. He hasn't been in trouble, and he's been drug-free for a long time. He wants to ask you, in his words, why he thinks he should get probation or deferred in this case. I'm asking for deferred only because if he messes up, that is a huge hammer for the court to have over his head in the future. But Mr. King would like to ask you for probation, and his wife is also present in the court. That is not any of the witnesses or complainants in this case. If you'd like to hear from her how he has changed.
All right.
So,
You're going to have to speak up.
I'm sorry. I've really been trying to make a change in my life since that. That was a lapse in judgment as far as I thought somebody cared about me. They didn't. They were playing games with me. They were playing games with everybody else. I've moved on. I just recently got married on the 18th. I have a son that suffers from MS. I have a son.
Everyone, please whisper. And I'm going to need you to keep your voice up,
Yes,
because the court reporter needs to hear, and I need to hear.
Okay. I have a son that has autism. I've been trying to do what I need to do to show them that the right things in life and how to, even if you make mistakes, how to move forward. I'm just trying to get another chance. I know you probably feel, and other people probably feel I don't deserve that. I'm actually trying to get probation, and I'm trying to relocate to where my wife and her family is.
And where is that?
My lawyer told me don't do it, but it's in Gonzales County.
All right. Well, you may not want to do that.
No, I really do.
Okay.
I really do. I'm part owner of a business, and I'm just trying to do what I need to do.
And that's Gonzales, Texas?
It is.
I'm in Seguin. I'm actually in Seguin, but Gonzales County.
No, Seguin is Guadalupe.
Guadalupe County, I'm sorry.
So are you going to be in, would you be in Guadalupe or Gonzales?
Guadalupe, I'm sorry. I'm getting used to the counties outside of San Antonio.
Okay.
It's Seguin, Judge. It's Guadalupe County. Gonzales seemed like a surprise to me this morning. I would have even said harder, don't go there.
Okay.
Yeah, but
He's willing to give a hair follicle or any type of drug test to show you that he's been drug-free, he doesn't drink, he's been sober, and he would really like an opportunity.
All right. State, do you have any questions?
Yeah, you go.
What do you do for a living?
I do custom apparel,
Okay.
Make business cards. I was working at gyms up until this last about week. It was some stuff going on up there that I felt would get me in trouble. So my wife had me to walk away because I just had bought a car. Somebody found out my past and started cutting my car up, scratching it up. And they were telling me, hey, no cameras. We didn't see anything, so it was no problem.
Just one moment. And stated you have no argument. You can confer.
Thank you.
All right, I know it's a busy day. Yes.
So my wife had me to walk away, and I became part owner of the company that she owns.
All right. So, Mr. King, I'm going to give you a choice. Sometimes I can't give people choices, but I'm going to give you a choice. You know you better than I know you,
Yes.
better than your attorney knows you.
Yes.
Deputy Laura always tells me she doesn't know why people do probation out of this court, because probation here is hard. So you have a choice. I can give you 8 years deferred adjudication, or I can give you 2 years in the prison.
I take the 8 years.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. You ready?
Yes, Sean.
Right. I'm going to sentence you to 8 years deferred adjudication. There's a $2,500 fine that will be probated. Go off the record. So from here on out, every decision that you make, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for 20 years? You understand? You're not to have any contact with the complainant or the complainant's current boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever he is to her. If they contact you, then you need to call your probation officer, and you probably need to call the police. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just remain in the courtroom, and probation will go over conditions with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And there it is, 8 years deferred adjudication. It's not prison, but not a free ride either. One wrong move, and he's looking. At 20 years behind bars, the sentence is a second chance with razor-sharp edges. Think he'll make it? Or is this just a pause before